I know that we need a fresh start. We owe that to ourselves and to Chloe. I just wish.
You wish you weren't leaving the hustle and bustle of the city behind in order to work on our marriage. After what happened. Lara, I get it. I have reservations too. Like, I have no idea how this move will affect my work. But like you said, we owe it to our family to try. And I think a change of scenery is the best thing.
I suppose, and even though this move is going to take you further from your work, it'll at least bring me closer to mine. I wish I could just throw that damn thing out the window.
You see, you just have to focus on the positive side of things. You'll be closer to the salon, and you'll have more time to spend with Chloe.
Chloe, my dear, can you please turn that down? I wish there was something else that she can do besides those same repetitive things.
Please, Chloe, listen to your mother. We're almost there.
If only I had the same connection that you do with her. Sometimes I just feel like the worst mother in the world. I mean, a care eater. I should feel more connected, a stronger bond, I don't know.
Lara, you're being too hard on yourself. I've always worked from home, so I've had more time to spend with her. But that's going to change. You'll see. You love her, and she knows that. Even autism can't get in the way of that.
Why are you so good to me?
Because I married you, and I vowed for better or for worse. And I still love you.
I doubt your mother will feel the same way when she sees us.
Leave my dear old mother to me. She is in no position to throw stones, believe me. I think she needs this move as much as we do. For different reasons, of course.
Party says woo! Party says woo!
What did I tell you? I said stop!
Party says woo!
Patrick, I can't even hear myself think.
Party says woo!
Chloe, we're almost there. You need to listen. Please calm down. Why don't you look at the window and count the trees?
That's it!
Then do it!
1 tree, 2 trees, 3 trees. 1 tree, 2, 3 trees.
Dear God, Patrick, I just...
Don't beat yourself up. None of this is easy, but she's come a long way in the last few years. It'll get easier. Most people couldn't even handle this. But you're strong. We're strong, as a family.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Chloe, please!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Home sweet home?
It will be. We'll make it be.
With a little help from your dear old mother, of course.
Of course, Mother. I trust we didn't disturb you. We were hoping to be here sooner.
You didn't disturb me at all. Joan, I was just playing my harp in their upstairs sitting room. It so relaxes me. Oh, the sound that emanates from that instrument brings me back to my last film, right before my own accident. If not for that unfortunate event, I would have been a famous star now. I was meant to be.
Excited.
Clarice.
Indeed. My, how you have grown, Patrick. You've become quite an example of manhood. How I have missed you.
I wasn't really sure that you'd be employed here again.
But of course, madame. I mean, after your accident, there's no way you could tend to all the needs of your family.
I'd like for you to bring their belongings up to their rooms, and afterwards you can deep clean the foyer.
Deep, you say? As you wish. I'd be more than happy to deep clean any messes that
she arrives.
Why in God's name would you ask that woman to come back to work in this house? Have you lost your mind, Mother?
Darling, did you forget that she never left when I went to pursue my film career? And your father abandoned us. She stayed on as a caretaker and has been loyal for so many years. I feel that we owe her just a little bit of gratitude. Maybe severance pay and a card. Truly, we cannot just send everyone away that we do not care for. Believe me, I know that all too well. Oh, my eyes look so sunken in this light. They are my best feature, if you film it just right.
Mother, I have someone here who's been anxious to see you.
Oh my goodness, you're so beautiful. I can't believe how big you're getting. Oh, you've gotten so big. So big compared to when I saw you last. Just so big. Chloe, darling, come. Cook has prepared a special treat for you. A Pepperidge Farm cake. Would you like that, honey? You'd like that, wouldn't you?
See, I told you everything would be fine. We may not all get along, but we all care for Chloe. And once this place is up and running...
Do you really think this place is going to be ready in a few days to open as a hotel?
Dear God, I hope so. My mother definitely needs something to do besides wandering around in this place, pretending she's stuck in one of her old films.
I agree. I can't believe how Chloe walked right off with your mother. She barely remembers her.
One thing is for sure, I can't wait to choose a room in this place for my studio.
And speaking of studio, while you're out getting supplies, can you go by the salon and get my things? I don't want to clutter up a station. I'm sure Jane will eventually need to hire another stylist.
That's not going to happen because you are going to recover. It's just going to take some time. You'll be on those feet before you know it to renew our vows.
I'm glad you believe that. Maybe eventually I will too.
You will. But in the meantime, I'll believe it enough for the both of us. This is our time, and nothing is going to come between us now.
The death card, not always an indication of death itself, but perhaps an end to something. A situation, a relationship. We're closed. We took our last cut at 5:30. Unless you're here for a reading. You?
Yeah, me.
Back from your vacation, I see. And based on what's hanging out of your bag, it looks like you've met somebody new. Good. Now you can leave her alone.
Jane.
My friends call me Jane, so I think it's best if you call me Miss Evans.
Fine, Miss Evans. I still love her, and I haven't given up on her, so where is she?
Sheriff, do you honestly believe I'm going to tell you anything?
I could make you.
Nonsense. I honestly doubt that. No crime has been committed. I'm just looking out for the welfare of my best friend.
Okay, we can play it that way. You know, at the moment, there's no evidence of any crime being committed here, but with a little bit of investigation, I could probably dig something up.
My cards say otherwise.
Well, perhaps you'd better reshuffle them and get back to me when you have a clearer picture of where she's at.
She's trying to fix her marriage. Leave her alone.
You can't fix a marriage that never really existed to begin with. But the better question is are you going to be able to fix your business once I prove that fraud's been committed here? I still love her, and I'm not giving up on her with or without your help.
As I said before, we're closed. We took our last cut at 5:30.
This isn't over.
Damn you, John Cross. Why couldn't you have just stayed dead? One of your sick disguises, I suppose. I just pray that Lara doesn't see you. I hope she keeps believing that you died in that avalanche in Alaska. It's for the best. I don't think she could bear to see your face again.
Alexandra, what are you doing here?
Uncle Patrick, I just didn't know where else to go.
Of course. Please, come in. Is everything okay? You look exhausted.
He told me to get out and not come back. I just didn't know where else to go. I just knew that I couldn't do it.
Hold on. What did that bastard do? Did he do this to you? I swear I will.
Please, Uncle Patrick, it won't help. I'm through with that loser. He said that he wouldn't relapse, but he did.
And he tried to force you to use again.
But I didn't. And part of me was relieved when he asked me to leave, because if he hadn't, I don't know if I really could have resisted.
But you didn't. You couldn't after all the hard work you put in at rehab.
What am I going to do?
You're going to stay here, of course. Your family.
Are you sure? I promise that I'll help out around here in any way that I can.
Actually, I was going to suggest you stay on and help tutor.
Chloe! Oh, she's so beautiful. I can't get over how much she looks like,
Lara and I are planning to homeschool her. But with Lara still in recovery, we could use all the help we could get. Would you be interested in being her tutor?
Yes, I would love to.
Then it's settled. Tomorrow you will begin instructing her. But it's getting late and we all should get to bed. Chloe?
Oh, would it be okay if I tucked her in?
Of course. And then I'll prepare a room for you as well. Believe me.
Excuse me.
You are not even worthy of dragging your tongue across the skid marks in his banana hammock. You couldn't replace me if you tried. So enjoy your stay here at the Murdoch Inn, because it'll be your last, you gas-passing bitch.
I'm ready, my darling. Now, I know that it's been a while for the both of us, so I forgive you if you're somewhat nervous. There's never enough time. I mean, with my demanding film career. No, that's not entirely true. I should have made more time for us, for our carnal needs. David, have you heard a word I said? Hope you haven't fallen asleep.
I'm sorry to intrude, madame, but...
Oh, it's just horrible. Praise Jesus, you're here. Oh, it's awful, just awful.
There.
It was absolutely ghoulish, I tell you.
Now take a deep breath, madame, and tell me exactly what happened in this room.
Do you see? How can this be? I've seen some truly horrific things in films, but this, you know, a shock like this could have instantly aged me.
This truly is dreadful, madame, but we must remain calm. We don't want to lose our heads too, after all.
Heads! How could I have lost his? Oh, my sweet David. It was his best quality after all.
Madame, you must quiet down. Anyone in this mansion could hear us. We aren't alone anymore.
Oh my, I know you're right, Clarice. I just don't know what to do. I tell you, I feel like I've aged 20 years instantly. Complete shock. I can't afford to look any older if I plan on having a hope for returning to the silver screen. It's nearly impossible for a woman of my age
you search your rather large makeup trunk over there?
Uncle Patrick?
Oh, Alexandra. I thought you had turned in for the evening.
Well, I was actually on my way to my room until I saw that your light was on. Late night inspiration?
Yes. I always seem to get the most inspired during the night.
Now that you say that, I do remember you working throughout the night when I was growing up.
No, Alexandra, you must not.
Oh, Uncle Patrick, I'm sorry. I was just curious. I didn't mean to upset you.
No, it's alright. I'm not upset. It's just I don't let anyone see my work when I'm developing it. It just disturbs the flow of creativity. As odd as that may seem.
Of course, I totally understand. I really just wanted to stop in again and thank you for allowing me to stay and to tutor Chloe. It means so much to me. You have no idea.
You don't have to thank me. We're all more than happy to have you here.
Oh, you're too kind. I'm sure not everyone is thrilled to have me back, especially Grandmother.
I don't think that's true. She cares about you. In her own psychotic way. Give her time. I'm sure she'll surprise you. And besides, everyone deserves a second chance.
I guess I can try to give her another chance. It's just that she never really acted like a grandmother to me.
Actually, I meant you need to give yourself a second chance. You have been through a lot. Abusive boyfriends, rehab.
Don't forget about getting kicked out of the nunnery for shooting up with needles. Yeah, that was me, my finest moment. So much for ever becoming a nun.
Good things will happen for you. You'll see. And maybe someday you'll meet the right man who can love you and appreciate you the way you deserve.
If only there were more men out there like you, Uncle Patrick. Good night.
Good night.
Oh my. I forgot how creaky these old floorboards are in this house.
Indeed. And from the sounds of things, you still know your way around here.
Well, I should hope so. I mean, I practically grew up here. Anyway, I suppose I should get to bed. Morning will come quick.
Yes, and tomorrow Chloe will be all yours, and I'm sure she'll be anxious to begin her studies.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh my, these floorboards are rather squeaky out here too.
It's forbidden fruit. I have to resist. I promised myself I'd work on my marriage. And you. Whoever the hell you're going to end up being.
Oh, Clarice. You're such a lifesaver. I can't imagine what I would ever do without you.
Not get away with murder?
Murder? I'd hate to call it that. I truly did love David after all, but the impotence, I just couldn't get past it. God forgive me. And I hope it doesn't make me a horrible person. And you know I don't believe in divorce. So I had to find a way to keep his handsome face around a little bit longer. But this son of a bitch, the only thing he was ever good for was running around with harlots and bringing home every venereal disease known to man. Although, when he did get around to servicing me, that motherfucker was the best goddamn lover on earth, I tell you what not. But I fixed him with a pinch of rat poison in his coffee.
Yes, madame. I'm well aware of this fact. Remember, I did help you cover murders and dispose of the unwanted body parts.
Yes, and I am so eternally grateful for your services. So much that you'll always have a home here and want for nothing. There, now I have the perfect husband once more. He's so handsome and virile. Because you can't have the perfect mate. You just take the best parts, and for me, the best part is that he's so quiet.
I'm afraid that the peace we enjoy so much is about to be disturbed. Your first guest has arrived, and I'm sure you won't be pleased with who it is at all.
Guest? We haven't even had a grand opening. There's so much to do. You gotta make a good first impression. The people in this area are so judgmental.
It's your granddaughter, Alexandra.
That cheap slut. She's to blame for Frank's untimely death, you know. She forced me to do it. And after she screwed him, it was the last straw. I should have. And I forbade her to ever set foot into this house again.
But your handsome son welcomed her in with open arms.
This will not do. I already have too much on my plate. You don't even know all of the things I'm working on. I just don't think that I can arrange another accidental murder into my schedule. I'm already overwhelmed with trying to figure out Lara's demise, and I hate my daughter-in-law.
Fear not, madame, for I have the key to all of our troubles.
Indeed. I shall leave it into your capable hands to do so.
And now, I shall leave you to your romantic evening, now that you've been reunited with your husband.
Now, where were we, my love? You're already so hard. Oh, yes. Yes, Frank, put your tongue in my cat box. Oh, I'm spent. Where's my diet, Dr. Pepper? Only my weirdo mother-in-law would bring home a guy that has the same name as her dead husband and screw all night long.
Beware! Beware the cunt, for she will kill you all.
What? Who are you?
A mother who would also like to rest just as much as you.
Rest? Yes. I haven't been able to rest ever since the night of that accident. It was you. I knew. I hadn't imagined it. You are real.
Yes, and I want to help you the way that nobody ever was able to help me.
How can I make these nightmares stop?
Not nightmares, but his memories.
Memories. The boy. But who?
I dare not think of the horrors that await those whores. But it is true, they have brought this upon themselves. They should have stayed away. This is all for you, my love. Their blood shall be shed to pave the way for our time together. True, everyone in this town may call me a witch or a cunt, but they haven't seen anything yet. Poor Tommy Collins. In life, you could not protect yourself, but in death, you may seek your revenge. Somewhere, your murderer still roams free and unpunished after all these years. Not for long. But first, you must serve me and dispose of my enemies. One by one, let your anger fuel you. Serve me well, and I will release you from your servitude, little dolly.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Lara, but it's time for Chloe's lessons.
Yes, of course, Alexandra. You better go work on your lessons. And I promise to put this on the refrigerator later.
Ah, Miss Malloy, so nice to see you again. I had no idea you were of service here.
Father Frid.
Oh, please call me Ben. We know each other far too much for these formalities. Well, I must say it's refreshing to see that you found a new calling in life. I think you'll be much better suited as a tutor than a nun in training. Although, from the looks of things...
Father Frid, Ben, you'll have to excuse Chloe and I. We have a lot to work on today. I'm sure that you understand.
Yes, indeed. Well, I wouldn't want to interfere with any education or any other extracurricular activities.
Good day.
Good day.
Alexandra, could you please close the doors?
Of course.
Father Frid, I am so grateful that you could be here. I know that it gets very busy.
Not at all, Lara. I'm never too busy for this family, and besides, it gave me a wonderful opportunity to see young Chloe. What a doll.
Yes, I'm very blessed.
I know it isn't easy, but the good Lord never gives us more than we can handle.
I know.
Is that why you asked to meet with me? To talk about your feelings about your daughter?
Will I...
Just know that there is nothing you could say that would surprise me or offend me. I've probably heard it all before, and I do not judge. And I might add, I have plenty of experience with children.
I'm sorry, Father. I didn't mean to make it sound like that I needed to talk about something important. Actually, I was just going to talk about some of the details of my renewal ceremony, if at all possible.
Oh, sure, yes. Just remember, if you do need to talk about anything, I'm here for you. Is something wrong, Lara?
No, not at all. It looks like we might have our first official guest. Please excuse me, Father.
Chloe! Chloe! I thought I told you to take a break from your lessons and go play.
Red ball, red.
Chloe, just get out of here!
Well, hello, little girl. Can you tell me if anybody's home?
Red. Red nose, red.
Yes, red. Just like my nose, too.
Red. Red ball. Red nose, red.
Chloe, please, that's enough, sweetheart. I'm sure that the nice man...
Would very much like a room, if you have any available.
Absolutely, you're our first guest, and,
Mr. Georgie, the laughing clown.
Oh. Chloe, why don't you go run along and play? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Georgie.
Oh, just Georgie. I can tell you and I are gonna be fast friends.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to stare. I just wasn't expecting...
A clown? Go ahead, you can say it. I'm quite used to this reaction. In fact, if you didn't have this reaction, I would be quite worried myself.
I truly hope that I did not offend you.
Oh, not at all. In fact, if I wouldn't have been in such a hurry, I would have washed this off my face.
Hurry? What hurry? Please stay in. Oh my! You're a clown!
Yes, and I'm Mr. Georgie, the laughing clown, ready to make you laugh at any given moment. Although I get the distinct feeling we've met before.
Well, perhaps. My mother-in-law, Joan, she used to be an actress. Maybe you've seen one of her old straight-to-video movies.
Yes, that must be it. And I never forget a face. Speaking of faces, I really meant to clean this off after my performance tonight at the circus. But as I said, I was just in such a hurry.
Madame, I didn't realize we had clowns. He's a clown.
I've been getting that a lot lately.
Georgie, please excuse my mother-in-law and her maid. They don't mean to sound insensitive and incompetent. And my daughter-in-law doesn't mean to come across as a self-righteous cripple. Please stay as the first guest at the Murdoch Inn.
Ladies, I would be honored to be your first guest. Your hospitality has instantly won me over.
Well, then it's settled. You go ahead and you go and get his luggage and bring it right to his room.
Yes, madame.
Now, I'm going to give you the grand tour of the enchanting Murdoch Inn. Come, Georgie.
Too bad it's the first time I heard that today.
Come again?
Too easy. Should I sign in or something first?
Simply formalities. No need to worry. I will find the sign-in book later. I'm afraid we are slightly understaffed at the moment, but that is sure to change. I have such big plans for this property. Oh, I am going to turn that small building in the backyard right into a gift shop. And you know that barn in the back? I'm going to turn that into a rustic cinema.
Clowns. I knew you were into men who wear makeup.
But you're trying to steal married men, which is worse. And how is it that no one's dropped a house on you yet?
And how is it that no one has questioned the paternity of your daughter after all these years? Choose your words wisely. These walls have ears.
Friends forever, we'll always be friends.
Oh, Chloe, dear, you must be careful. Anyone could have tripped over this. I had no idea that you found a new friend. What's his name?
My name is Tommy. Would you like to play a game?
Chloe, dear, why don't you go outside with your new friend and play? Your Auntie Clarice and I have something important to discuss. What in the hell were you thinking? Bringing that doll back into this house.
Howl is exactly what I brought back into this house, Madame. And it will obey my bidding explicitly.
You better know what you're doing. Nothing better happen to that little girl.
Nothing unfortunate will happen to that little girl. You have my word, Madame. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. All too well.
Is that my son Patrick's underwear?
Why, yes. Yes, it is.
Are you ready to introduce Aunt Jane to your new baby doll?
Yeah.
Patrick, Chloe, I wasn't expecting you until
I can stop back later if you're busy right now.
No, not at all. I was just getting some of Lara's things together for you to take back to the inn. And I see you've brought my favorite little person with you.
Yes, she was very anxious to come with and show you her new doll, Tommy.
Baby Jane.
Yes, I see. Tommy? Is that what you said his name was?
Yeah.
Always remember stealing is bad.
I suppose everyone has an opinion nowadays.
All too true, I'm afraid. I guess I should round up Lara's stuff and get back to the inn. She has a list of things for me to do.
Now that sounds like the Lara I know. She's going to be back on her feet and feeling like herself in no time. I just know it.
I hope you're right, Jane.
The cards never lie. Let me show you to the back room. I think there are a few of Lara's personal things back there.
You know, you don't have to walk me back there. I know the way, and you've done plenty already. And I'm sure you have work to do.
All right, but if there's anything you need, please let me know.
Sure thing. Chloe?
Actually, I have a DVD player in the back room. Would you like to watch cartoons?
Yeah.
Thank you, really. I hope she isn't in any trouble.
Oh, not at all. It's my pleasure. Love having her here. I only hope you'll keep bringing her around in the meantime until Lara gets better.
Of course.
maybe I should give you a little trim. Just a little bit off the top.
Sheriff Cross, I think we found the rest of her over here.
What have you found, Officer Beefy? Yep, that's Jane, all right. God, I admit I never cared for her, but what kind of sick bastard would do something like this? Good God. I hope the funeral director can put her back together for her service.
Hold it, I need photos.
I think we got a copycat of the Time Killer murders.
Or the killer has a really tiny hand.
What?
Look, it's a tiny handprint. Small enough to be a
child.
I don't know, maybe. Hey, hand me that doll, Officer Beefy.
Stay calm, don't lose your head.
What are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna return this to the Murdoch Inn. Give this back to the child it belongs to.
Oh, no, you can't. That's evidence. You can't take that from here. This is not allowed. I don't know how many times I have to have this conversation with you, John, but...
I suggest you refrain from interfering with this investigation, or we may have another homicide on our hands. And I don't know about you, Coroner, but I think it'd be awfully difficult to examine your own corpse.
Maybe it would be okay if you borrowed it for a bit.
Good afternoon, Dr. Hall. Pleasure to see you again.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Loomis.
Please come in, won't you?
And I am sure the pleasure will all be mine. And speaking of pleasure, how is your very special, sexy, beautiful wife, Miss Lara, doing?
She's resting upstairs in a moment, but I...
Oh, very good. I hope she is mostly nude.
Excuse me?
Is the new lab upstairs ready for Miss Lara a treatment?
Yes, the laboratory you requested is set up and fully functional. However, I wasn't able to fit everything in one of the rooms upstairs, so I had everything installed in the basement. I hope that's okay.
Oh, thank you. Very good. Maybe later I take a tour.
Excuse me, Doc. Feel free to show yourself up to Lara's room.
Oh, of course. I go and explore your wife, and later we meet up to discuss my progress.
Just a second. Hi, welcome to... Shit.
Ah, don't be so hard on yourself, Patrick. It's a nice old house. With a little bit of work, it could be a nice establishment.
You're dead.
Not so much.
What kind of game are you playing? I went to your funeral. I saw you in your casket.
I was working undercover, and now I'm not.
Okay. So what the hell do you want?
I'm investigating Jane's death, and I have a few questions. Maybe we could go inside and talk and be less awkward.
No. Lara's been through enough. I don't think she can handle seeing you.
Wait, what's wrong with Lara?
It's none of your concern. I'm her husband, and I'm taking care of her.
Okay.
So anything you need to ask, you can do so right here.
Fine, here. The coroner wanted to keep it as evidence, but I thought your daughter might want it back.
Thanks. So, what did you want to know?
Well, without going into too much detail, I believe there's a connection between this murder and the unsolved murder and kidnapping of Tommy Collins.
What? That was over 30 years ago when we were kids.
And he used to live in this hotel with his mother. You used to play with him.
Look, that was a long time ago. And I'm embarrassed to say this, but I wasn't exactly his friend. Actually, I was really mean to that kid. But what's the point of all of this?
I think part of you has always felt guilty for the way that you treated Tommy. And perhaps it would help you relieve some of that guilt by helping out in the investigation and allowing me to interview your daughter.
No, absolutely not.
You were both in the building when Jane was killed. Chloe discovered the remains. Maybe she saw...
My daughter saw more than enough, that I'm sure. If she remembers or says anything significant, I will honestly contact you. Otherwise, we're done. Again, thanks for bringing this back in.
Please, I have a feeling about it.
Just stay away from my family.
Always treat others as you like to be treated.
What the fuck do you know?
That's not good. I know you're hungry. Don't forget her head.
Oh, Chloe, dear, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to knock you over. Here, let me help you up. Are you okay? Okay, good. Glad I didn't hurt you. Red? Like my nose? Oh, like your ball. I think it rolled down the hill somewhere over there.
Oh, Dr. Hall, thanks for agreeing to see me today. I know you must be really busy.
Oh, no. I always have a time to service you. Oh, Mr. Lara, why you not tell me you do this to yourself?
Oh, I didn't want anyone to know. I'm so ashamed of so many things. Oh, I don't feel like I have any control over anything after the accident, being in that chair. Somehow, the cutting gives me some control and a little bit of relief, I suppose. I don't know.
Oh, well, I know, and I will help you. I bring many remedies and instruments that will stimulate you.
Well, I hope that my husband Patrick remembered to set up your lab.
And speaking of remembering, has Mr. Laura remembered more about her nightmare?
No.
Oh.
And I've been seeing the woman in white more now since we've got here. But I don't see what that has anything to do with my accident
or me recovering.
Oh, but I have an idea.
Hypnosis? I don't know if I believe in any of that.
It work well, Miss Lara. It help you to relax and take off a panty and remember more trauma. Please lay back and open yourself up to me. Focus on the sound of my voice and follow watch. When I count back from 5, you will be relaxed and able to remember all of a nightmare, no longer be upsetting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, keep a watch of work. Very good, and Miss Lara. Oh, Miss Lara, do you still hear me?
Yes, but this isn't Lara.
Oh, okay. This is not Dr. Hall either. Oh.
Touch this woman, and not only will the session end, so will you.
Oh, well, who in Miss Laura's body if Dr. Hall not?
Catherine Collins, and this is my room.
Oh, well, why you haunt Miss Lara?
Not haunt, warn.
Oh, well, why you warn?
My son, Tommy, murdered. You hid well. I told him to hide.
Where a boy hide?
Inside his doll. I was heartbroken. They couldn't catch his killer. I was a prisoner of myself. If only I had known he still lived in the doll, I couldn't go on.
How goes Catherine die?
I couldn't bear the thought of going on without my only child. The cops said they could help, but they couldn't. I was alone. A child isn't supposed to die before their parent.
I killed myself!
Oh, Miss Lara, you are safe. When I snap my fingers, you will awake and remember everything.
I didn't imagine all of this. She's been trying to warn us of danger.
Oh, you know, you made a very good progress today, Miss Lara. I think you should rest, and I come back tomorrow or maybe later to check on you. John, I did not see you standing there.
So, what have you found out, Dr. Hall?
Oh, Miss Lara only know about a dead boy and a mother. She not know anything about the occult.
Good work, Doctor. We can't allow her to know we had anything to do with that maid's death, but I'm sure it won't be much longer that she will realize her psychic abilities. That is, if you're still administrating her treatments as accordingly.
Oh, yes. I am still giving her drugs to keep her paralyzed and to drive her insane.
Perfect. And between Clarice and her doll, and you and your treatments, Lara will either be murdered or kill herself before the vow renewal. Either way, no one will ever suspect I had anything to do with it.
Oh, yes, very good. And don't forget.
Yeah, your research. You can conduct as much paranormal research for your buck you so desire. Just keep up your end of the bargain. Well, let's just say there'll be no more playdates.
Oh, yes, of course.
Now, I have my own business to attend to.
Oh.
Creative block, Patrick. Maybe I can help you free up that block.
Oh no, Clarice, that won't be necessary. I just don't have any idea who it's supposed to be.
Who?
Yeah, that's just it. I barely remember working on this, much less sculpting a face.
Well, I can tell you exactly who it is.
Really?
It's one of the maids I used to work with when you were just a little boy. That's probably why you don't remember her. I think her name was Catherine. She had a son.
Tommy.
Yeah, I believe so. It was such a terrible shame what happened to them. Anyway, dinner will be ready shortly. Cook has prepared your favorite. And I'm sure if I try, I can throw a tasty dessert together just for you.
Sure.
I don't even know.
So I trust that the accommodations are up to your liking, George. Just as they were many years ago.
Yes, everything's fine.
Excellent. So I trust you're going to put a good review on Yelp when you leave in the morning.
I'm not leaving yet.
Excuse me? Did I hear you correctly? Now I've humored you enough on your little visit, and I tell you what, I don't owe you nothing. It's not my fault that you got kicked out of the circus for fucking them horses. That's not my problem.
Well, if I decide to tell Sheriff Cross where you had me bury Catherine Collins' body, it will be your problem. I just want some money so I can start over.
Oh my God, you're so big, I can't believe it. But let me just make this clear to you, all right? I'm thankful for all the assistance that you gave me all them years ago, but I don't have any money. Otherwise, I wouldn't have left Hollywood, so you're just wasting your time. And furthermore, I say try to prove my involvement in her death because it will implicate you as well. And have you forgotten that it was a suicide which none of us, including you, wanted to get blamed for?
Yes. I also haven't forgotten the reason you left all those years ago. The sudden disappearance of your husband.
Prove it. And better yet, be out of here by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Chloe must have been in here playing again. If only everyone was like you, little man. And they didn't judge me. Maybe she ran the batteries down playing with him so much. Maybe she took them out. She must have just ran him down.
Would you like to play a game?
Fuck with a clown.
So much for working on my marriage. Or any sort of normalcy.
Uncle Patrick, you can still renew your vows in the morning. Just consider this my gift to you for helping me, and, in a way, pay back for Lara for the affair that she had.
Look, I don't know how I feel about what we just did. I don't know how I feel about anything anymore.
Give me 1 minute. I think I have something that will make you feel better. I think I have just the thing for you, Uncle Patrick. Take a few of these and don't renew your vows in the morning.
What are you doing down there? You're a dirty girl.
Oh, I must find a way to make Miss Lara seem crazy. Then I take her to be safe at the asylum. She will then become my own patient. And then we will have many sexy sessions. Oh. Or maybe Scientology E-meter, a good choice for next treatment. Who is in Dr. Hall laboratory? Oh, maybe while Miss Lara hold rods in hands, I insert my own rod into her and see if she gets a charge out of it too.
Houston DEA, I read you loud and clear on command. 10-4.
There's a connection between this murder and the one 30 years ago. If I could see Lara's daughter, I could rule out the possibility. No, a child could not have done that. There's something I'm missing. Lara. Oh, Lara isn't safe in that house. But how can I solve this case and protect her without her seeing me?
I wish I could just make this beauty mark look less noticeable. The lighting is so horrible. Where is that record button? Record? The murderous rampage of Malachi Stitch. Scene 1C, take 3. Action. Richard, I know exactly what you're working on in that laboratory down there, and I think it's truly appalling. Gregory is... Cut! What is it? I am filming a scene right now. I thought I already told you. I can't have any more interruptions. I have to get this completed. I'm already behind. And the longer it takes me, the more it affects my IMDb score.
Will you be needing this dry cleaned or pressed for tomorrow's vow renewal?
Yes, that will be fine. Now leave me to my work.
Of course, madame.
And no matter what you might hear, I don't need any more interruptions. I only have 15 minutes left on this SD card. Oh, I left my camera running.
As you wish, madame.
Someone there? For sure that I would see Patrick before the ceremony. I can't imagine where he's at.
I do believe it is customary for the groom to wait to see his bride on their wedding day. But as this is only a vow renewal, I have the faintest idea where he might be, unless he changed his...
I'm sure he'll be along. I'm sure it's pre-renewal jitters.
Of course.
Clarice, I'd like it if you could push me down the aisle.
I'd be more than happy to push you off a cliff.
I don't see Patrick anywhere.
Oh, how unfortunate. I guess you'll have to call the whole thing off.
No, he'll be here. I'm sure he's just planning a nice surprise. Yes, it's something that he would do, and who says that it has to be traditional anyway? Wheel me up to the altar, Clarice.
Oh, sure, I would love to.
It seems that my maid has had trouble following the simplest of tasks lately.
Oh, it's okay. It takes quite a bit more than that to incapacitate me. Oh, Lara, I'm so sorry. That was a foolish thing for me to say.
Oh no, Father. I too forget sometimes.
Well, this is not like Patrick to be late for anything, especially his own vow renewal.
It was you!
Pardon me?
You murdered that boy, Tommy Collins. He can't rest until his killer is punished.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's because of you that his mother killed herself in grief, even after she came to you for help. The cult! The ring! The tattoo!
There's more to it than all of that, believe me. I can explain.
No, you're lying!
I wish that it didn't have to be this way. I'm afraid you've left me no choice.
Freeze! Back away from Lara. Real slow.
Clarice, get Chloe out of here!
After all these years, no one has ever figured it out.
Drop the knife and kick it over here. Do it!
Well, how did you know?
Because I've never given up on this case, and I've gone through any means necessary to make sure that it's solved.
John, I thought you were...
Lara, you can walk.
Oh, everyone thought you were dead.
It's a long story. I'll explain it later. But how can you walk? It must be the adrenaline.
Yes, I think so.
Good. Go take care of Chloe. I'll stay here and handle this.
What's wrong?
Let's just say the danger isn't over yet.
Oh God, Chloe!
Very interesting change of events. One could almost find this hard to believe if it were a movie.
Unfortunately, this is no movie. You took the life of an innocent child. Why? How can you live with yourself after all these years?
I was young. I was using a lot of drugs. I felt unloved, and I wanted to belong to something greater than myself. And the cult promised to give me that if I proved myself with an offering of blood. I've always carried the guilt of my actions. And by becoming a priest, I had hoped to redeem myself, to wash my sins away. Because with the Lord, there's always another way. Rest now, my son, for I still have a lot of work to do.
It's okay, Chloe.
told Chloe to go there in case of a hurricane or danger. Chloe! Chloe, where are you? The doll is alive and possessed by the spirit of Tommy Collins. I believe he can only rest once the killer is brought to justice. Last night I followed Clarice to the family crypt. She thought that she awakened the doll to do her bidding, but instead he has been killing anyone that threatens. Chloe! The family crypt. She loves to play there. Thank you, Tommy, for keeping my little girl safe. It's over now. Your killer has been found and will be punished. You can finally rest in peace. Chloe, please come to me. You're safe now.
Love you, doll boy, fun boy.
We will always be friends forever. Time to go home.
Thank you. I love you so much. I'm never gonna let you out of my sight ever again. I'm going to make sure you're safe, and I'm gonna be the mother that you need.
I love you, Mommy. I picked you in heaven.
John, what happened to you?
Luckily, nothing. Bulletproof vest.
Thank God. Oh my God, are you okay?
Really, I'm fine. I'm more concerned about the two of you. Are you okay? Are you hurt?
We're both fine. The doll
Is alive.
was alive. The doll was protecting me and Chloe this whole time. Everything is in Dr. Hall's notes.
I know. There's still so much left for me to explain. I'm sorry.
No, we've wasted enough time. I shouldn't have married Patrick.
I should never have left and let you think I was dead.
I understand. You were just trying to solve Tommy's murder.
But we're together now.
And we're gonna be the family that we should have always been. She's yours, John. I only said that she was Patrick's because I thought that you were.
Whoa, hold your fire. It's just good old Officer Beefy. You're safe. And speaking of safe, I took care of Father Fred. He pulled his gun out on me. And let's just say he's not with us anymore.
And that's what you get when you don't have a bulletproof vest.
Let's just get out of here.
I still have a lot of work to do.
That was so thoughtful of your mother to take Chloe out for breakfast. I think some time away from this house is going to be good for her.
I'm so thankful that she doesn't seem to remember any of it.
And hopefully once we clear out and sell this place, we can start to forget too.
Do you really think we can get rid of all of this junk and this place after what's happened?
Maybe, but I remember you telling me that Patrick had a decent insurance policy on this place. Maybe we could have a fire sale.
John!
I'm sure I could get the sheriff to look the other way.
Hi, I'm Benny. Let's play a game, but don't cheat. Cheating is a sin and will be punished.
Hey, did you find something that you like?
I think so. How much for the doll?
Well, how much is it worth to you?
Well, it's for my son. He's autistic and he has very specific likes and dislikes. If he likes anything electric or that talks, I think it'd be perfect for him.
Oh, believe me, I understand.
What do I owe you?
You know what? Nothing. I hope that it brings your son a lot of joy.
Thank you. I hope it does too.